Out there, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I am Matt Toronto, and you've joined the Aestheticare virtual kind of launch of a new type of dermal filler that we're all excited about. So I'm going to take just a few minutes and kind of talk to you about our clinic and who we are for those of you who have never been here. Some of you I'm sure have. And again, thank you. We're waiting just a couple more minutes. We have some more people joining us here and making sure they all get in. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about dermal fillers and the difference between a neurotoxin like Botox and dermal fillers. Once I'm done chatting with you for a few minutes, Amy from Revance is going to talk a little bit about the science behind these new designer fillers that have just come out. And then we're going to do a live demo so you can see them in action. Our wonderful nurse Meredith is going to be injecting, and so you can watch one of our clients actually get the treatment done. So let's get started. Let's see here if I can. Hold on. It's not. Okay, here we go. Okay, so a little bit about Aestheticare. So I opened this in 2001, almost 20 years ago, and one nurse anesthetician. We've been very fortunate. We've grown. We're actually one of the larger med spas in the country now. We were voted one of the top 10 med spas by the American Medical Spa Association. And the main reason certainly is not me, it's the staff. We have an amazing staff of nurses, estheticians, professionals that are extremely well trained. We're a little bit unique. We also own Mint Aesthetics. We've trained over 1,500 clinics throughout North America and done consulting with them. We're the only one, to my knowledge, that have an advisory board. On our advisory board is one of the country's top board certified plastic surgeons, Dr. Jay Burns out of Dallas, and one of the nation's top dermatologists, which is Chris Robb out of Vanderbilt, and they're on our advisory board. We share ideas. It's wonderful. And then we have an anti-aging physician, OBGYN as well. So we cover all the gamuts. We just opened another location in Leawood, in Liberty, that we're excited about. It's only been open about 6 weeks. We have a location in Lawrence. So there's three Aestheticares. And again, we are a national training center and do all kinds of fun stuff in training and consulting with other clinics. We do a lot of stuff here, as you can see. Here's some of the more popular conditions that we treat: wrinkles and sun damage, rosacea, the redness in the cheeks. We do a lot with acne without using drugs, using light. It works very well, and acne scars. There's permanent solutions for fat, non-surgical, like Cool Sculpting. We're actually the #1 Cool Sculpting center in an 18-state Midwestern region. Do a lot of laser hair removal, which I'm sure you all have heard of. Melasma, if you have darkening patches on the skin, that's hormonal-induced hyperpigmentation. We work with that. Microblading for eyebrows. We treat leg veins. We have a wonderful sclerotherapist here who worked for a vascular surgeon for 7 years, and she's just amazing at dealing with leg veins. Loose skin, we all get it as we get older, stretch marks and spider veins. We have some new devices that actually strengthen and tone and define muscle. Vaginal health, we have some great nurses who have background in women's health issues, as well as an OBGYN, treating things such as laxity and incontinence and painful intercourse and dryness. And large pores. A lot of people don't like their pores. Just kind of dull skin tone, cellulite. There's some very good treatments now for cellulite and urinary incontinence. So a lot of different things that we do here. We always, if anybody's interested, offer a complimentary 1-hour consultation where you sit down with one of our professionals and let them know your goals. And we never charge for that. We use photo imaging. It's very, very nice. These are a few of our injectors, our nurses. And the biggest thing I tell people when you choose a place for injections is just check out how they've been trained. In all the training and consulting we've done, the vast majority of clinics we work with, to be honest, don't do a lot of training, or they train for a day or two and they never do training again. We invest $60,000 to $80,000 every year in advanced training for our staff, and we send them all over North America. We bring trainers in. We're going to make sure that anybody who works at Aestheticare is extraordinarily well trained, and doing so, hopefully we get better results and we get happier clients. So that's very important to us. Hold on, I'm trying to move this. I will try to get it here. Hey, Karen. Sorry about this, folks.
Yeah, people are saying that we're not hearing you very well.
Okay, well, it's not moving.
Is there,
We're trying here, folks. Be patient.
Sorry, it's the only Wi-Fi we have. So I don't know.
How about if I speak louder?
Loud and
Hopefully if that,
slow.
so that'll work.
They see you okay. It's just audio.
Let's see if this will work.
You just change the screen. Click it.
Okay. This is Meredith. You're going to see her injecting. She's one of our nurses. She's actually in school to become a nurse practitioner as well. And as you'll see, she is just amazing with her clients and with her technique. And she also happens to be pretty nice, which is nice. You know, one of the biggest questions we get is what is the difference between Botox and a dermal filler? Now, Botox, keep in mind, is just a trade name. It is a name for a neurotoxin. So right now there's 4 neurotoxins that are approved in the United States: Botox, Dysport, Xeomin, and Jeuveau. And to be honest, we've tried Xeomin and Jeuveau extensively. We don't feel they last as long, and so we don't carry them here. We think Botox and Dysport are very comparable. They last as long as they're used properly. But Botox is simply a purified protein that's injected into a muscle, and it creates just a block between that nerve and the muscle, so it prevents the movement of dynamic wrinkles. So for example, when you get, you frown, you get those lines in the glabella, or you smile and you get those crow's feet, you raise your eyebrows and you get the horizontal lines. Those are dynamic muscle movements, and that is what Botox and Dysport addresses. Dermal filler is very different. Dermal filler is hyaluronic acid, which is 100% natural. It's in every cell in your body, so you can't be allergic to it. And basically it fills where we've lost tissue volume. And as we age, we all start to sag, we lose volume. If you look at a picture of yourself when you were 5 years old, I promise your cheeks were rounder. And time just kind of brings us down. And what dermal fillers do is they replace that lost tissue volume. And it's pretty amazing what you can achieve with a really good injector and really good dermal fillers, and how much younger and more youthful you'll look. So this next picture I really like because it kind of does a good job of explaining visually the difference between a neurotoxin and a filler. If you look at her forehead, those lines on her forehead, that is a dynamic wrinkle that a neurotoxin is going to address. The crow's feet area is a neurotoxin, but if you look underneath her eyes where she has that crepiness, that's a dermal filler. The rounder cheek is a dermal filler. This area here, the nasolabial fold, if you can see her left side, or when you're looking at her right side, is much less apparent than the other, and that's a dermal filler. This area in here, the depression we get, some women will come and say, God, I look sad, my mouth is downturned. Well, you've lost volume there. That's dermal filler. The combination of the two is really amazing. The nice thing about dermal fillers is they last longer than neurotoxins. Most dermal fillers will get you at least 6 months, some 12. And you'll hear about the new fillers that we're talking about today, this designer line of fillers. They have tested just 2 cc's lasting 15 months, which is very, very good. So this is the reason people are afraid to get treatments. And it's true, it's just some of these Real Housewives of every county and Hollywood people, they get this stuff done and people like, oh my God, I would never do that. And Meg Ryan and Nicole Kidman, they probably have all the money in the world and they're going to the best plastic surgeon, they look like this. Well, that is not good stuff, all right? And we have a saying here that the best injectable is the least detectable. So our goal is that you look younger, you look more youthful, but you still look like you. And it's really fun when people walk up to you and say, oh my God, you look so good. What did you do? But they don't know what you did. It's a lot better than walking up and saying, oh my God, what'd you do? So we really try to look for a natural look here. I think that's what most people want. And the nice thing about dermal filler, it's so flexible because you can do a teeny bit, or you can do a little bit more, depending on your facial structure, your goals, things like that. So it's very customizable. So if you've never had a dermal filler, don't think, oh my God, I can't do it because I'm looking weird. No, if it's done right, you should just look more youthful. So what dermal fillers should you get? There are a lot on the market, and we carry a lot of them. Okay, but they're different, okay? Some are more firm and they're gonna be better for your cheek area. Some are softer, better for the lip area. The longevity of them will matter, and our injectors can guide you through that process. And the main thing is that you get well educated, and we feel the best way that we sell is through education. We wanna be great teachers. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn this over to Amy, and Amy is with Revance, and Revance is the company that has launched this line of fillers, which have become extremely popular in Europe, and they're just pretty new to the United States. And she's gonna walk you through a little bit of the science, and then after that, you're gonna see a live demonstration. Okay, so hopefully you'll enjoy this. Thank you so much for attending. And like I said, we never charge for a consultation if you wanna come and chat with us. So now I'm gonna turn this over to Amy. Get out of here. There we go. And here she is. I'm going to put my mask on when I leave, but thank you for attending. And now here's Amy.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. And thank you, Matt and Aestheticare for having us today. As Matt mentioned, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Amy Wojcik, and I'm the representative with Revance Aesthetics. And with the new RHA dermal filler that has come to the United States. We have been over in Europe for the past 5 years. Over 14 million syringes have been used. So it's not a new filler, it's just new to the United States. It's a Swiss-made filler to offer a new designer line over here. What this slide's kind of showing you guys is that with the RHA collection, we're not going to be in every practice. We are focused on the exclusive providers. As Matt mentioned, a lot of what filler and looking good is the product, but it's also the injector. So we believe to make our focuses on outcomes, and in the right hands, you can have the best outcomes with the right filler and the right injector. With the RHA collection, it is meant to be the most natural. It is actual natural looking results for the dynamic areas of the face. And as Matt mentioned, we have a long lasting up to 15-month duration for these products. A little bit to tell you why we're different and why something new. Again, as was mentioned before, when it comes to filler, the worst filler you get is the one that people notice. What you want is something that people look at you and see that refreshed look on your face. And what we can do with that is with this new filler was actually made to be the most natural filler on the market. It was made to be most like your skin's natural hyaluronic acid in your face. And everyone needs hyaluronic acid. It's what we start to deplete as we age. So in order for us to look the most natural, why not make a filler that actually mimics your natural hyaluronic acid the most? And with that, we are the latest innovation. We're the first actual new filler made in the last over a decade with new innovation to have that natural look that you're looking for. And why you get that is that this filler was made for facial movement. When you smile, when you animate, when you frown, you want your filler to be able to adapt to your facial dynamics. And that's what this filler was made to do. So the big difference, again, is just think natural. Again, most natural, least modified filler on the market that is made for when you smile, your filler smiles, your filler animates with you. When you frown, it doesn't just stay there. This is a little bit kind of to show you a little bit of the natural look, the before and after. We are a collection of dermal fillers. So we're not just one filler. We actually have an RHA 2, RHA 3, and RHA 4. And to let you know, RHA simply stands for resilient hyaluronic acid, and it's made to serve distinct areas of the face. So we wouldn't put RHA 2 in an area, you may put RHA 4, but that goes to your injector on what to do. All of these fillers were made for different areas, different dynamics of the face. As you see here, there may be some stretch, some dynamic strength. In an area that you want a stronger product, then we can use 4. In an area that you want something more stretchy to move with the dynamic areas of your face, you would use something along the line of 2. But that is up to your injector. And as we mentioned, being an exclusive provider here at Aestheticare, you are in the best hands with the injectors, and no doubt can pick the best filler of this collection for you. So something very exciting for everyone here on the call. If you've been on this Zoom call today, you can type your email into the direct message, but make sure you hit host only so that it goes to the host. And we're actually going to do a drawing for a patient for a free filler. Now, this won't be what we're doing today for the patient. This will be based again on the consultation that you come in and your needs, whoever wins this. So again, all you need to do is put your email into a direct message, hit host only, and after the call, we'll do a drawing. Again, I appreciate you guys taking the time today. Just again, to let you know, the difference with the RHA, the resilient hyaluronic acid, is that it's the most natural, least modified product to bring you a collection of fillers for what you specifically need. So now I'll turn it over to our injector, who will go ahead and give you guys a live injection.
Here's Andrea.
face and cheeks.
Okay, so we're doing some cheeks today. Which one are you using?
I'm gonna use
2,
it
3,
for 4.
4.
And we're going to lift this up here so you guys can see a little closer.
On your first syringe, and then save 100 on each additional syringe within the same appointment. So you just need to call and book. A nurse will talk to you about what your concerns are and how many syringes you may need in your area of concern. And as long as you call and book and receive that treatment by the end of the year, you're going to get this amazing deal. So you can save a lot of money on our new exciting collection. And then this is just to
finally,
save the date, because in less than a month is going to be our virtual holiday event where you can put money down and enjoy 15% off everything. So gift certificates for friends, products, services, everything. And any purchase during that time, December 9th through the 12th, you're automatically entered to win these awesome Louis Vuitton earbuds. So kind of a fun little incentive. And that's all we have for you today. I'm so sorry about the Wi-Fi and the technical difficulties. Par for the course 2020.
yes,
You're
exactly.
coming for us, but we can send you the recorded version. So
Yes, or
You
put in
didn't
the
miss
chat if you
anything.
have any questions. But there's the phone numbers for Leewood and Liberty.
oh, and let's end things with Andrea.
Let's
get
do
a
it.
Real deal.
Let's get a gorgeous view here of our supermodel. Woohoo! Look how great she looks.
Instant results, which is super fun. And it didn't really hurt, just a
Oh,
pinch
good.
at the beginning and super easy. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And it does. They look fantastic.
Yeah, so follow Andrea to see her results.
I know. So fantastic. Okay, everybody. Thank you, Meredith. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.